Hi piano friends! In today's video we are going to look at 3 Christmas carols that you can play and make sound beautiful using one simple piano trick. Now, this is a series of videos that I have made the last few weeks where we have looked at this one simple trick that you can use to make so many Christmas carols sound beautiful. And it works whether you're at the beginner level or intermediate level or advanced level of piano playing. And in fact, I show it to you in those different levels. Okay, so whatever level you're at, you can plug yourself in. Now, this is the 3rd video in this series. So the other 2 videos I've made, we covered the following carols. We looked at Away in a Manger, What Child Is This?, Joy to the World, Silent Night, It Came Upon the Midnight Clear, The First Noel, Hark the Herald Angels Sing, O Come, Emmanuel, and Angels We Have Heard on High. And in this video, the 3 we are going to look at are Angels from the Realms of Glory, O Little Town of Bethlehem, and O Come All Ye Faithful. All right, so this one trick that we are covering in all of these videos can be applied to all of these Christmas carols. Okay, now at the end of this video, I will link to those other 2 videos. So after you watch this video with these 3 carols, then you can go watch those videos and look at all of the carols I just listed. Okay, let's dive into it. First off, let me introduce myself really fast if you don't know me. My name is Matt Hodge, and for the last 15 years, I've been a music professor and a professional piano player and a private piano coach, and I love helping people on their piano journey, no matter your age or experience level. And I want to point out there are a couple of links in the video description below for you to have some free downloads that are going to help you on this video. First off, you'll see the link to download the lead sheets for these 3 carols that we're going to go over in this video. So you definitely want to download that. And you'll see a link to my Ultimate Intro Guide to Piano. It's a free piano PDF booklet. It's not so little anymore. It's over 35 pages long. But I've made it just for you all, my YouTube audience, to really help you. I go over so many things in there. I show scales and chords and key signatures and colorful charts that can really help you on your piano journey. So it won't just help you with the stuff we cover in this video, but also in so many other videos on my channel. All right, so definitely download both of those at the video description below. So what is the trick that we have looked at in the other 2 videos and in this one? Here's what it is. We are going to convert every chord into what we call an open chord. Now, what does that mean? So all chords that you're going to see through these lead sheets, the major and minor chords, you're going to take the chord. So here is the pattern that we do. Let's say I'm playing a C major chord. To turn that into an open chord in the left hand, you take away the middle note. So a C major chord is C, E, G. So the pattern is we're going to take away the middle note, and then that bottom note, we're going to put up an octave. So for example, to turn C major into an open chord, it would now, instead of being C, E, G, it would be C, G, C. Another example, if I was playing F major, F, A, C, well, to turn that into the open chord, I would take away the middle note, so I would take away the A, and then you put the bottom note on top. So now it would be F, C, F. We're also going to do this with minor chords. So let's say we had a D minor chord. Well, instead of D, F, A, we're going to take away that middle note and put the bottom note on top. So instead of D, F, A, we would have D, A, D. So for every chord, we are going to do that. Now, if we see a 7th chord means, so for example, if I have a C7 chord in there, well, we're still going to take away the middle note. So we would take away the E, but we're going to leave that 7th note as the top note because that 7th note already makes it interesting. So for example, a C7 chord, C, E, G, B flat, I would take away the E and you would just have C, G, and B flat. Now, the rhythm you are going to play with all these open chords are, instead of playing all 3 notes at the same time, you're going to play them from bottom to top one at a time while you hold the pedal. Whatever they are, okay? So as we go through each song, I'm going to show you, here's the melody, here are what the open chords would be, and then here's how to play them in different levels, okay? So if it's a major or a minor chord, you're going to turn it into the normal open chord. If it's a 7th chord, you're going to turn it into the open chord, but keep the 7th on top. And one more type of chord you might see, if there's a slash chord, meaning a chord slash letter. So if you see, For example, C/E, that means a chord over a specific note. That note is what's on the bottom. If that's true, the way you turn that into an open chord is you would put the note that's on the bottom. So if it said C/E, I'd have E, and then I'm going to put that in octaves, and then the middle note I'm going to have is the root of the chord, or the one note. So if it's a C major over E, then C would be the root. So that would be E, C, E. Okay, so as we go through each carol, I'm going to make sure you know what the notes are for each chord. Okay, now let's dive into the first carol. The first carol is Angels from the Realms of Glory. First off, here's the melody. Okay, and then sometimes when people sing this song, they'll repeat those last two lines. That's up to you if you want to repeat that or not. Okay, now let's look at the chords. So in our left hand, we have the first chord. It says B flat. Now in a lead sheet, if you just see the note, that means it's major, a major chord. So we have B flat major. So we're going to turn all these chords into the open chord. So B flat major is normally a B flat D F, but now we're going to take away that middle note. So take away that D, we're going to put the B flat on top. So now your open chord will be B flat F, B flat. Then we have B flat slash D. So we have a slash chord. So that means a B flat major chord, but D's on the bottom. So remember, for slash chords, we're going to have the bottom note, so D, and then put that at a higher octave, and then the note in between them is going to be the root of the chord, the one note of the chord. So that would be B flat. So now it'll be D, B flat, D. For E flat major, instead of E flat, G, B flat, you'll have E flat, B flat, E flat. For F major, instead of F, A, C, you'll have F, C, F. Let's see, what other chords do we have in here? Instead of D major, which is D, F sharp, A, we will have D, A, D. And instead of G minor, which is G, B flat, D, you would have G, D, G. And instead of C major, which is C, E, G, you would have C, G, C. And instead of C minor, which is C, E flat, G, you would have C, G, C. Okay, now remember, with each open chord, you are going to play this rhythm. It's going to be one note at a time. And you're going to hold the pedal down. So for all of these carols, the trick is you hold the pedal down underneath the whole chord. So whatever is happening under that chord, and then when the chord changes, you can then change the pedal. Also, when you have multiple beats or many notes that are over the same chord, so for example, in the beginning of this song, that B flat major lasts kind of a while, you can just keep playing the open chord, or what we call an arpeggio. An arpeggio means the notes of a chord, but one at a time. So technically, when you take this and you go, you're playing an arpeggio, but you can just keep looping it if you want to until you change the chord. Okay, so beginner level is to just have the melody in your right hand and then the open chord with that rhythm in your left hand. And if you do that, it could sound like this. Okay, so that's the general pattern. Now, the more advanced you get, we can also add notes under the melody in the right hand. So instead of playing one note melody, single note melody, you have the melody on top. So the goal is always to make sure the melody note's on top, but you can add notes from the chord under the right hand. Now, you can not just add notes from the chord, but you can also add special notes. Now, how do you know what these are? Well, in my that free Ultimate Intro Guide to Piano that I have linked in the video description below for you, I have a whole chart in there that shows you at what we call added notes and how to add special notes, not from the chord, but it makes it sound really nice. So for example, if it's a major chord, you can add what we call adding the 2. If it's a minor chord, you can add a 7. And again, if you need to know, well, what are those notes? I have all of that in that free download below. So if I were to do that, so if I was to play this song through again, and it's still the same concept of I have open chords and I'm playing that rhythm, but now I'm allowing myself more creative freedom to add notes, to change the chord a bit, to add notes in the right hand underneath the melody note, then I can have something like this. Yeah? Okay, so that is Angels from the Realms of Glory. All right, our second carol, O Little Town of Bethlehem. So we are going to do the exact same thing as we did before. So first, let's just play the melody. Okay, now let's go through the chords. So the first one we have is F major. So to turn that into an open chord, instead of FAC, it can be FCF. The next one, B flat major. So instead of B flat D F, you can have B flat F B flat. And then for C7 chord, so C E G B flat, we're just going to remove that E. So C G B flat. For D major, instead of D F sharp A, we'll have D A D. Instead of G minor, G B flat D, we'll have G D G. Let's see, instead of D minor, which is D F A, we'll have D A D. Instead of A major, which is A C sharp E, we'll have A E A. And I think that's all the chords. So, beginner level, we have just the melody in the right hand and those open chord rhythms in the left hand. Also, besides pointing out with the previous carol that if a chord lasts multiple beats, you can just keep replaying that arpeggio, that open chord. Also, you can experiment with what octave or where in the piano you want to play the chord. It's up to you. It depends on your sound. So for example, this very first chord, I could either play it up here in the left hand, or I could play it down here. It's up to you. You can use your ears. That's the beautiful part about lead sheets, is you get creative freedom with it. Okay, so here we go. Beginner level, just gonna have the open chords in my left hand, one at a time as an arpeggio, and the melody in my right hand. Yeah. And that open chord, that arpeggio, the reason it works so well is it's just simplistic beauty. Okay. So even if you're quote unquote at the beginner level, don't think that's still not beautiful. If you just play that, that's gorgeous. Okay. You don't have to add all the other notes. So there can be beauty in simplicity. Now, if you want to add notes and you want to challenge yourself with intermediate and advanced, remember the big thing is in the right hand underneath the melody, add more notes. Notes from the chord, and can you add some special notes depending on how advanced you want to try. So an intermediate level would be adding notes from the chord, and then advanced would be adding notes, adding those special notes not in the chord. And again, I have that chart in that free download below that I walk you through a lot of that stuff. Here are all the different added notes you could add for chords to make them sound extra rich. So if I try that, it could be something like this. Okay, and there's not a right or wrong way to do this. So even when you're experimenting with adding notes, again, just like how I said, even at the beginner level, you have freedom of what octave you want to put open chords in. Same thing with, well, what notes do I want to add in the right hand? It's completely up to you. Use your ears, use your own creativity. All right, that's the beauty about this. I want you to feel like you are making the music yourself. There's not a wrong way to do it where I'm just gonna slap you on the wrist with a ruler if you don't do it the way I did it, okay? This is all about you building yourself up with creativity and you feeling like you are making the music, okay? And that is O Little Town of Bethlehem. Okay, and our third and last carol for this video, O Come All Ye Faithful. Here's the melody. Okay, now the chords, we have G major, so the open chord of that would be G, D, G. We have D major, so the open chord of that would be D, A, D. We have E minor, so the open chord of that would be E, B, E. We have A major, so the open chord of that would be A, E, A. Let's see, anything else? We have A minor, so the open chord of that would be A, E, A. C major, the open chord of that would be C, G, C. And then at the very end, we have a D7. So D, F sharp, A, C. We're going to remove that F sharp. So you just have D, A, and C. Okay, beginner level, just the melody in the right hand, left hand, doing those open chord arpeggios. And remember, you're going to hold the pedal down until the new chord. Okay, now if you want to add that intermediate and advanced levels, adding notes into that right hand, right? Adding notes from the chord and also those special added notes. Again, in the video description below, that free PDF that I have for you, I walk you through what are different notes you can add to make chords special. So if I were to do something like that, it could sound like this. Okay, and that's O Come All Ye Faithful. So let me know in the comments how you did. Out of these three, which one was your favorite? Have you tried the open chord method before? Let me know in the comments. I read every comment. I reply to each one. I love chatting with you all down there. Okay, as a reminder, a couple of things. Down in the video description below, you're going to see the link to download these lead sheets that we went through in this video. You'll also see the link to that ultimate intro guide to piano, that PDF that I have just for you all, totally free, gives you a ton of stuff, great information about the piano. And you'll see a link to my website, matthodgemusic.com, where you can get more information about how to study piano with me if you would like to. There are several ways of doing that. One is I give several weekly private virtual one-on-one lessons to people from my YouTube audience, and I love it. I love connecting with you all and helping you crush your piano goal, no matter your age or experience level. So you can get information about piano lessons with me through there. You can book one lesson, multiple lesson. It's one-on-one, private, virtual, online, and we have a lot of fun together. And you'll also see on my website information about my new piano course that I just recently launched called Basic to Beautiful, where I take you from the very beginner level of piano basics all the way through more intermediate and advanced, beautiful ways of playing piano. All right, I'm really proud of the course. It's over 5 hours of content, and I've had so many beautiful messages from people telling me how much they loved the course, which means the world to me. So all that information you can find on my website, matthodgemusic.com, linked in the video description below. You can also click the big join button below if you'd like to join the channel as a member. It's totally optional, but members get access to monthly perks such as members only videos where I break down popular songs. I give you downloadable lead sheets. There's a lot of fun stuff I do with my members to help have a deeper engagement with me. So it's a fun way to help support the channel. Every penny goes to helping to produce the channel, so I really appreciate it. So if you'd like more information about that, you can just click the big join button below, and let's keep this piano party going. All right, after you do all that fun YouTube stuff where you click like and subscribe, really appreciate it, hearts. Now I'm going to bring up the other two videos from this series where I show you that same piano trick with all sorts of different Christmas carols. Okay, so click on one of the two videos to keep going down that rabbit hole, and I'll see you over there, my friends. Until next time, keep making music.